Welcome to the Decluttering Experiment.
Two sisters, one project.
Hi, I'm Wendy, the older sister, organized, logical, and passionate about all things involving simplicity and minimalism.
And I'm Jill, the younger sister, unorganized, easily distracted, and overwhelmed. I'm in desperate need of a whole house overhaul.
Can Wendy help Jill declutter her house and reclaim her life?
Keep listening to find out. Hi, Wendy.
Hey, Jill.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and I want to thank you for my little treat.
Yes.
The coffee lavender something or other. It's very delightful and delicious.
Yes, we have an iced coffee with lavender, a hint of almond milk, and a little tiny bit of sugar, and it's delicious. Mwah.
Mwah. It's delightful.
Chef's kiss.
On this hot day.
Yes.
Because it turns out we didn't actually do a decluttering actual session today at your house.
No.
So you were out and about, you brought me a drink. We want today to discuss that a little bit, how you're feeling, and as you said, this decluttering funk that you're in.
Yeah. However, are we going to give a little update first?
We do need to give the update on your vent. So, Jill, let us know what happened. From last week, you hosted a party.
Mm-hmm. It was so hot in the house. If you haven't listened to the episode, please do. I hosted a nice game night. But throughout the playing, people were like, oh, it's so hot. Wendy, you asked me, is your air conditioner on?
Right.
We had talked about how I had the front vent blocked by mistake when I turned the chair.
So the one vent was blocked. We solved that problem halfway or 2/3 of the way after the party.
Yeah.
And then we got
the
some
next
cool
vent, we realized, right? I think it was that night, Lloyd really looked behind the couch and realized it had been shut.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
In the summer, the air conditioning.
Right.
Jill.
When he would feel his hand back, he'd say, oh, it's open because it was shut and the vent shuts up. So a tiny bit of cold air was coming up. But even opening that, I thought, this has been a hot summer so far. I need to figure out a way to rearrange this living room so that the couch is not blocking it. And I know you had talked in the episode last week about how you're making some changes, moving things around.
Yes.
It really inspired me because I thought there was just no other way to put the couch. But we did kind of measure it out. It's a little tight, and the way we rearranged it is still wall-to-wall furniture. We've talked about that.
Yes.
But at least the vent is open, the air is flowing, and I am so happy.
Oh my goodness. So if one thing that came from your party and us being hot on such a hot day that you had the party is that you've uncovered the mystery of the vent being shut in your house.
Yeah, and this will air in August, right? But for us, it's still July. So we still have a good bit of summer left. And I am so happy that I'm having that AC blowing right on my chair now, basically.
It just goes to show you rearranging furniture can benefit you in other ways, not just of course, the energy flow, but now you have the air conditioning flow.
Yes, both, which for me, air is energy.
Well, Jill, I'm very proud of you to actually investigate and think about your living space and arrangement. And that's through, I think, all the decluttering.
Yes.
You're getting new ideas, and it's great.
It is. And also, we are going to be taking the green chair out to the curb. So fingers crossed.
Okay.
This coming week, it'll be gone. And actually, my one dog does get a lot of anxiety. She loves that chair. So I felt bad rearranging her living space and taking away her favorite chair in the same week. So hopefully, another week for her on the chair and she'll settle in a little. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then we are in the midst of the Choose Your Own Adventure Challenge, Your Way, Your Adventure. And Jill, I know that you're at a little bit of a stuck point with that, it seems like.
And that's kind of what's got me in this little bit of a decluttering funk. And I think part of it is we don't have numbers this month.
So you can't actually see the actual progress that you are making.
No. And when I put something for donation or trash, I think, oh, I would be counting this. I might be more reorganizing, shifting, and shuffling instead of decluttering because there aren't numbers that I have to try to hit.
Yes, because in my challenge, I chose the 1 in, 2 out. So what I'm just trying to do is tally what comes in and double it going out. So I have numbers.
You do.
You don't. You chose to do the 2-bedroom challenge.
Right, which has switched, I think, after 1 week only to the 1-bedroom challenge.
Yeah.
And now it's, will she finish the 1-bedroom challenge? Tune in to see, because I'm not even sure.
Okay. So is this part of your decluttering funk, or what do you think of when you think of decluttering funk?
Okay, for me, when I get to the point where I'm not doing it a lot to hit these numbers, I start to think, am I really doing it still?
I see.
And then I start to think, like, I start to panic and think, what if I stop now? What if I can't get back to it? What if, everything spirals out?
Oh, no.
And yeah, that's where I am.
So are you then hitting a brick wall, or are you just panicking because you might not want to do it anymore?
A little bit of everything.
I
mean, I want to do it. I'm afraid I might not be able to.
I see.
Which I know I'm able to. But,
Right.
Your brain tells you things that aren't necessarily true about your actual life.
Right. Well, what I have learned, though, too, is that decluttering is simple, but not easy. I mean, really,
Yeah.
it's simple because it's simple math. It's those numbers
Yeah.
that you talk about you're not seeing. If
Right.
you're letting go of more than you're letting in, those numbers are adding up, but you're not
Yes.
tallying there.
Yeah. And because I'm not tallying, I'm not really letting go of that much.
Okay, because you don't have that motivation.
Right. Like I'll get rid of something here or there, but there's no urgency this month in
I
the
see.
challenge that I picked. And I thought that I could do it, but I don't. I think I need one with numbers the next challenge I
see.
start.
Well, and you told me about this decluttering funk, so I didn't know what direction you were going in, because a lot of people, they might be thinking, yeah, I'm doing the decluttering funk because I'm just not motivated anymore. I'm tired.
Well, that's part of it.
Decluttering, as I said, is simple, not easy. And some of the reasons it's not easy is because of attachment. It is because of social emotional friction, because we're seeing people have all this stuff, or we want to buy things, those kind of things.
That's not it.
Okay, there's financial, because you're afraid of letting something go that you paid good money for.
A little bit we know what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
But it's also too, like, okay, I love to collage. I love to write. And now I'm trying to love to declutter, or at least make it a part of my life. And I need to add exercise. And so
for you, it's this last one, time.
That is basically it, because once a month I have this writing group, and I was writing this week. And so now it's like, I want to keep editing the project I'm working on, but then I'm like, no, but I need to be doing that. Like, I just don't have enough time.
Yes.
And so then I'm afraid I'm going to drop the ball on everything.
This is a big thing. In fact, one of our listeners, Julie, she can get motivated to declutter. She has done a lot recently, shared with me some updates, but her thing is calendar clutter. And that goes in with the time.
Yes.
Because we have too many things on our calendar.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time. We're tired. It's hard to get motivated.
Yeah.
And then maybe we fall into this decluttering funk.
Yeah. And I think that's part of it too, because I have added probably too many things to my calendar recently. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I compiled a list. I didn't know what you were talking about with this decluttering funk. And maybe you've just answered it yourself, because if you feel like you need a challenge, if you need motivation, I guess we can come up with another challenge to keep you busy and keep you tallying.
I mean, I need a challenge, but I also want balance. Remember how this year was balance?
Balance, yes. And I was wondering if you were in the funk, because you actually hit some of your goals. In fact, the goal of hosting.
Yeah.
So you've done it, you've checked that off, what's next?
Well, that could be part of it too. I keep worrying about I'm going to drop the ball and just totally mess up. And we've talked about the clutter creep in the past.
Yes.
And I do worry that I sometimes do things that clutter is creeping, or I'm not doing the right things to stay on track.
Well, I'm not an expert. I'm not a counselor, but I've come up with a list just from, you messaged me this morning and said, I want to talk about this clutter funk.
Yeah.
So I've come up with some simple ideas for when you are in a decluttering funk.
Okay.
And this might not be your decluttering funk. This might be other people's decluttering funks.
Yes.
But maybe you can relate to this and add to these.
Because that's what I said to you. I thought, I'm kind of feeling a bit of a funk about decluttering. And I assume that the listeners are sort of like me.
Yeah.
More so than you. Because if they're like you, do they need to listen to the podcast?
Right.
So I know that people like me have a lot of, like, have bursts of energy toward decluttering or whatever project. And then you kind of get away from it a little bit and you feel like, oh, how am I going to get back into it?
Right.
So I thought this episode could help some other people too.
Okay. And when I thought of funk too, I thought of stuckness, hitting a brick wall,
right,
hitting the void or being in this void that you're in. So that's why these things I came up with.
Yeah.
You can tell me if you like them or not, but other listeners might like them too.
Yeah, because sometimes part of the trouble is just getting started. And I assume maybe that's what some of these are about.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Number 1, stop, rest, do nothing. And also like schedule it if need be. Because I think some people, their trouble is they don't have time to declutter or get really into the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a matter of don't put so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Stop, rest, do nothing.
And part of it could be maybe some of these numbers, or I had the 2-bedroom thing, which was way too big for me, knowing my limited time. And maybe next time we do a number challenge, maybe it shouldn't be 500. Maybe I should do 250.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a couple books I like in regards to this. One is just called Do Nothing by Celeste Headley. And a lot of it talks about in work life, but there's a lot of great stuff in there. And also a book by Courtney Carver is called Gentle. And it's all about being gentle with ourselves. So I like that. But another idea when in the decluttering funk or any funk, go outside, get into nature. I think about taking a walk or just sitting and watching the birds, admiring the flowers, because that makes me think of a more simple life. The birds don't need much. The flowers don't need much. It is nice, especially if you're in your house in a messy area, in a spot where you think, oh my gosh, there's almost all this stuff I have to do. And what do I do first? Just to get outside. So
should I make a list while I'm outside of things I need to do?
No.
Okay.
That idea is just about taking a breather. A pause. Yes. Now, number 3, celebrate progress.
Okay.
Like I think when you were so excited when I brought you the treat.
And maybe that's why I brought you a treat today, to trick you into thinking that I'm not in a funk.
And progress is not undone by the funk. So all the progress you've already made is still there for you.
Yeah.
We can celebrate those wins. The next idea I have is when you're stuck in the funk, and it's just gratitude. Because we're blessed to have family and friends that have given us things, that have had memories around us, that we have been financially or resourcefully able to buy stuff, even if it's been on credit or whatnot. You know, we have a lot of
stuff to declutter versus maybe being unhoused and not having a home to declutter. So,
and I don't know about, but in any areas of life, I think that gratitude does make me feel better.
Yeah.
Even as we're letting it go, it's like I'm grateful that it came into my life.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5.
Okay.
Accept imperfection.
Yeah. Which I did at the party.
Okay.
Remember, I said I didn't have one of those moments where I thought like, oh, I wonder how they're judging my house. I was just in the moment.
Oh, that's nice.
So maybe I am accepting imperfection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's no perfect way to declutter. Isn't there that saying, imperfect decluttering is still decluttering?
True. Yeah. When you said that, it made me think, like, you know how some clutter experts say to pull everything out, pull out every single one of your t-shirts and stuff. And somebody did say that to me this week. that she wished she could have somebody come in, pull all her clothes from her closet, sort it into piles, and then she could evaluate it, and then they could put back what, she doesn't want. However, like you said, there's no perfect way to do it. Even if she just looks through the closet without pulling anything out, except for if things as she's scanning it don't feel like things she wants to keep, getting rid of those is a start.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because those are simple ideas.
Yeah.
I was thinking when clutter becomes too overwhelming for the funk.
Yeah.
But because there's those questions like, oh, I can't do this because this is how I'd like it to happen. But
right.
No.
But you can just do something. It doesn't have to be the whole, in quotes, correct way to declutter where you put it all in piles of categories and then you figure it out. You can just have a quick, especially when you have a lot of clutter.
Yeah.
The first overview pass of like, oh, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Yeah.
And that goes with the second one. When ready, tiny steps.
Yeah.
Start small, keep it simple.
And
as you said, you see all these clothes. That might be better even down the line because then you have space to lay all your clothes out on your bed.
Right.
Because if you have so many clothes.
Yeah. If you know right away what you don't want before you lay it out in categories, that's the time. Yeah, just grab all those things you don't want, and then it will be easier to lay it out if you have fewer things.
And the starting small, a tiny step could be what we've already shared before, the donation box at the door.
Or even just one item a day for 30 days.
Right.
Or 2 items a day if one doesn't feel like enough. But yeah.
This reminds me, though, that there is very little new decluttering information really out there. We just need to constantly be reminded of it. You don't need someone to pull it all out for you and sort it all out for you. You can take the first tiny step of just getting rid of an item today and throwing it in a donation box.
And that's
throwing it away if it's ripped or torn or stained.
Yeah. The rag bag is golden.
Another idea, too, when you're stuck. So if you have friends that can't start or you can't start.
Yes.
Here's the thing. This is a tip. Just don't buy anything new. No new things.
And that has helped me. I like to declutter by keeping it at the store. Like I've been very tempted to go to thrift stores. I haven't been doing it. I didn't go to the sale on the 4th of July.
And that is progress, whether you realize it or not.
True. But I did think of what you said. Like I said, and like my friend was struggling with wanting somebody to help her pull all this stuff out. Sometimes getting started is so hard, but if you just set a timer for 10 minutes, put on one song and do it for that song. Just something small sometimes sparks motivation for longer. Like with the 10-minute challenge, I would often go 20 minutes just because I got started.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone's funk is different. Some of people, it's because they have too much stuff and where do I start? You're kind of go, go, go. And now maybe you're so tired just because you have go, go, go.
Yeah.
Go, go, gone.
And I think I'm maybe trying to do too much.
Yes.
Because like I said, I do want balance this year. And so if I'm only focusing on decluttering, I can still declutter and still see successes, even if I cut my number to 250 in a month instead of 500.
Right. And if you're not buying anything like you just said,
it still is better than I had been doing.
Right. Yeah. Another idea I have is what we have been doing. Number 8, make it fun. Games, experiments, or challenges.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it's the Your Way challenge this month, because you can do it your way. Maybe it's getting rid of one item a day.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just focusing on your closet and seeing how much you can let go of in a month.
I just thought a fun little game that you could play when you declutter to make it fun is try to find an item you forgot you had and see if you still want it. Like if you're digging through your closet and, I forgot I had this t-shirt. Did I forget about it because I'm never going to wear it again? If so, declutter it. Did I forget about it, but I love it? pull it out to the front so that you can see it and maybe declutter a different t-shirt. Yeah.
This is one thing I started this year, Jill, in regards to the clothing was there are people out there that have the clothes hanger challenge where you turn all your clothes hangers the reverse way. And then throughout the year, what ones have you not worn? Well, you could start that today.
Yeah.
And just put all your clothes hangers backwards. Now, this doesn't work for things in a drawer, but you really do see what clothes are you wearing all the time. Or some people do it in the front. If you have the left to right, everything you wash, then put it on the one side. And you'll see what are you wearing at the beginning.
Yeah. And I do know that I could go through my clothes again. I have repeats, a lot of things that even when I am rotating, wearing them, but do I need to keep a t-shirt that I wear once every 8 weeks, or could I just consolidate a little and wear the same t-shirt every weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another idea for when you're in the funk, ask questions like, what can I learn from this?
Well, that's why I wanted to talk about it with you, because I thought you could help me learn something about why I'm going through this funk right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And it also might be like the whole buildup of, I got to host a party.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
the letdown. It's kind of like Christmas when we build it up. And then it's the day after.
And then I have to get back to just the normal decluttering and not the party prep, Because
that party was so exciting for you. And maybe that's what you learned too. It was like, that's why I was able to do it for so long, because I had a goal. And maybe find a deeper goal too while you want to declutter. Or maybe, because you proved you can do it with the hosting.
And I already invited people over for next month for game night.
Okay.
So then that way I'll keep up with the house, at least the upstairs.
Okay.
But I do want to continue to declutter. But yes, I need a different goal.
Yes.
Like maybe we'll host the party in the basement. Just kidding.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. And the last idea that I came up with just this morning, allow yourself to go through the funk.
Okay.
Do not resist.
Yeah.
You can't push or force things.
Yeah. Well, talking about it has helped, though, because I do feel like part of the funk is the balance.
Okay.
In the time.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to make my goals so big to prove I can do it, I know I can do it.
Yes, because you've proved it
2
already.
months I've hit at least 500.
Right.
So I think I'm going to do fewer things and maybe do them a little more thoughtfully instead of just throw, the stuff away quickly.
Being more intentional.
Yes.
And that's what they talk about. Minimalism even is being intentional with your items.
Yeah.
If using your items, enjoying your items.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at your items a little bit longer, to be more intentional too.
Yeah. And just like that game that I had never played, I was just trying to hit some numbers. I gave it to you, that Just Fishy game.
Okay.
And it was so much fun. And so then I was like, well, I could have kept that game, but now it's at my sister's house, which is fine because I can borrow it whenever I want it.
Right.
Still, yeah. I was just kind of doing it not as thoughtfully. I was,
So if anyone out there is going through the funk, it could just be because you're shuffling and rearranging things around so much that the energies are moving and things are getting stirred up.
Well, that could be it too. Yeah. And it's stirring up different emotions. Maybe it's also stirring up my creativity for writing again or for collage because, well, this is kind of fun. I had been getting those books ready for that event that got canceled. But then I thought, well, that's great. I have them for gifts. So I took them, like I said, I took a friend out for her birthday. Oh. And I took the stack and I let her pick. Well, she liked them so much that she said, could I buy this one for her sister? I said, no, just take it, because I know her sister, too. She's been one of her longtime friends, both of them. Yeah, so I was just excited that somebody really liked my art. So now that makes me kind of want to do more collage. I want to finish this writing project I've been working on, but I still want to declutter. And I think the funk was worrying, if I start to do some of these other things, am I going to stop with the decluttering?
And that's why number 1, stop, rest, do nothing, and reevaluate. That's what some of the things are saying, because you can reevaluate and realize that you can still do it little by little.
Yeah.
Tiptoe steps now.
What I need to do, I think.
Because that's what I've always done. And I think I've been getting a little exhausted too because of these challenges.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep up. And Bill said to me the other day, well, why are you getting rid of it? Like, because he was asking me, why do you want to keep it? Well, why do you want to get rid of it?
Just to hit a number, right?
Right. And he's like, just keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, yeah.
You can do that.
I know.
And
he's like, you don't have to prove that you're this super duper minimalist.
No, you don't.
Keep things that you like.
Yeah, and just like with those decorations you have up there and the way you reorganized, I think that's what made me think too, like sparking joy, surrounding yourself with the things you love versus really just getting rid of something just to hit a number.
Right. But if you have a lot of stuff, and I know there's listeners out there that do.
And I still do.
You jump-started it. You built this momentum. Now maybe you can take a little bit more time and we don't have to rush and do everything.
Right. And also because I did hit most of the upstairs. Now there are definite, like that linen closet that's no longer a linen closet needs some serious work. And I've been collecting boxes, you would approve, to like organize stuff in there.
Yeah.
But that's been troubling me upstairs. But for and the office and the bedroom, which we're just going to keep that door shut.
For now.
I mean, it's not, and that being said, it's not horrible. It's just we don't want the dogs to chew up my husband's shoes, this, that, and the other thing. However, I am kind of slowing down just on the whole decluttering because the upstairs is very presentable now.
Okay.
It's no longer if somebody comes over spontaneously, I am going to be so embarrassed because I can't even offer them a place to sit.
And so now, even though, as you just said, you're slowing down, you're not stopping.
No, I don't want to stop.
And I don't think you will.
No, I don't think I will either.
Because you've experienced this piece. And even if you stop temporarily, if you stop buying, you're not backsliding.
Right. Yeah. And I will set my goals lower because I think lower and slower is the way to go for me.
I love that.
Yeah,
lower
me too.
And slower. And even giving yourself little rewards every once in a while. In fact, I've heard this a while ago, but it is kind of fun. Liller Dog. Have you heard of Liller Dog, Jill?
No.
It's Little Saturday, translated.
Okay.
And it's a Swedish and Nordic term. What it traditionally means is on Wednesday, they treat themselves to a little weekend treat. Maybe it's going out to the bar and having just one drink.
Wait, on Wednesday?
Yeah. Liller Dog is
that.
Traditionally Wednesday. And you work a traditional work week. So it helps you like get through the week, relax a bit. I mean, maybe you don't want to go to the bar and have a little drink with the friends instead of going crazy on the weekends. But maybe you just want to set aside Tuesday or Wednesday to have a relaxing evening or play a game. Or do something, or maybe write. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little treat that breaks up the week.
Interesting. I like it.
So I like that idea. Okay, well, we've given a lot of simple ideas for when you're in the decluttering funk. Jill, have you thought of any other ideas that you could come up with for decluttering funk, getting out of the decluttering funk?
Well, like I said, the only idea that I can ever come up with, and it's the same idea I say again and again, is just if you can get started, and you have to trick yourself into it sometimes. And I don't know if it's a list and the dopamine rush of checking things off
or
the
for
list.
Me a game.
For Wendy it's a game. For another person it might be, I really love this song. I'm going to put this song on and I'm going to start doing my thing. Or somebody else, it might be a little reward, like the coffee I brought today. Declutter for 20 minutes and then drive and get your favorite cup of coffee. Yeah.
So I hope we've gotten people to think about a little bit about the decluttering funk.
And also maybe if they have ideas and they want to share them.
Please.
If you want to share them, send us an email. How have you gotten over a decluttering funk?
Yeah.
We love our emails from our listeners.
And another tip is just to put on a good podcast. We'll cheer you on.
Yeah, we will. That's definitely
That's how
one
people
way.
have told us they're inspired to declutter.
Yes.
Listen to our podcast.
Sometimes
while
people
decluttering.
do. Yep. And we're glad to be of help. If you're decluttering right now, congratulations. You're doing it.
You got this.
Yeah.
And the last thing I just wanted to mention, Jill, is that there is a thrifting in our park.
Yeah.
And we can rent a table, or we can buy a table, and we can sell our used stuff. So this is an opportunity to let go of some things that maybe we're thinking, oh, they're worth value. But anyways, I asked Jill if she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And she said yes. Now, I just want to ask again, because you're in the decluttering funk. Is this worth the trouble?
It's up to you. If you think it's good, I'm going. If you're not, I'm not going.
Well, obviously, yeah, I feel the same. So, do we take this off your calendar, or is it fun enough to organize?
I don't know. It is a little bit of stress, but
yeah. So that's why I didn't want to cause you more stress, because I finally got the email back that I have a login to sign up with our Parks and Recs.
All right, we'll talk about this after the podcast, the pros and cons, because I don't want to bore the listeners with all the pros and cons. In next episode that we're together, because we have a special episode next week.
Yes.
That's already recorded.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. Stay tuned. So in 2 weeks, when we update our decluttering experiment challenge,
your way.
Choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure, yeah.
Then we'll tell you whether or not we went ahead with this thrifting in the park.
Okay.
Because we don't even know yet.
We don't even know if it's worth the trouble for us.
And I have to weigh the pros and cons.
Right.
And I'm glad you didn't buy the table yet.
Yes.
Because I would be all in if you did. But yeah, like you said, do I really have the time?
Financially, we're not going to make enough money for our time. But are we going to have fun and enjoy it and meet new people?
Yeah.
That's the question.
And that's always fun too. So yeah.
Yes. So next week's episode, as Jill said, is a little bit of an interview with a relative of ours.
Yeah.
Who works in the donation center of a thrift store.
Yeah, insider info, people.
He has some behind the scenes knowledge.
Yeah, about the do's and don'ts if you want your donations to make it out on the sale floor.
So we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
It's been fun. Thanks for getting me a little bit out of this funk, Wendy.
You're welcome, Jill. And thanks for the coffee treat.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, and to our listeners, thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Decluttering Experiment. We hope you join us next time to see what progress has been made.
Oh, we know we're making progress, Wendy. Let's cut out this, if any.
Just once again, when you were talking about your collaging.
Yeah.
When I was decluttering at Dad's the other week, I found a lot of really old birthday cards that Grandma gave to Grandpa. We saved them, but I was wondering if we should collage those.
I think that would be great.
One.
Yeah.
Or you collage them, or you teach me how to collage them.
We could collage them together. We could each collage our own. And keep them.
Yeah, so I'll have to show them to you.
Oh, I love that idea.
They're really kind of fun. So
and we could even turn that into a party with more people if we wanted. Invite people over, ask them to bring something like that they've saved, and have a little get together around doing something creative.
Collaging party.
Yeah.
There you go. It doesn't always have to be game night. It can be collaging party.
Yeah.